class music, and we'd like to thank you for helping us surpass our goal of reaching over 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. We can't get to the phone right now, because that would really break the immersion of this bit. So in the meantime, enjoy this episode of the Working Class Podcast, where we celebrate surpassing our goal of 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, open some presents, and answer your questions. Or just leave a message. Welcome back to the Working Class Podcast, the greatest podcast that you'll listen to today. You know, we're all here, right? Everybody, we good to go? We're starting? Have we started?
No, we're ready.
Cool.
We're started.
All right, just making sure everybody's alive.
We're here.
All right.
Barely,
Huzzah! Yeah.
I exist in the fifth dimension.
Okay.
I'm trying not to get this cookie, on my mind. That's why I'm, back.
There's a thing on it. You're good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You got a little pop filter.
I got your levels up. You're good.
I just don't know if that's going to be, in the... just me chewing,
a little bit of that.
Just be mindful of it. I think you'll be okay.
I always think about Pokemon the movie 2000, where Ash was just gonna run up and throw hands with Mewtwo because all else failed.
As much as I love just music in general, there's a lot of men I just would not want to be alone with.
Yeah. All they do is pachinko machines now. It's the last 10 Castlevania games have just been different ways to go gamble.
One of the gnarliest things we've ever done. It was me plus 5 guys and 650 pounds of oversized equipment.
Oh!
Just casually moving through airports every day or every other day.
I want to give you the scoop firsthand. I unplugged everything beforehand so I could make zero money off a viral video.
Yeah, back to all the nonsense that people love from this podcast when we would do it before. But we only do it when we have a real reason to do it. And the reason we're doing it is because we broke 10,000 subscribers. Hey. All thanks to the hard work that we all did without anybody's help.
Right, yeah.
No, but seriously,
God.
Thank you to everybody.
Yeah. Not from 60 Cycle Hum to Get Offset to
Emily and Russell.
Oh my God.
But even just every individual person who watches, that blows my mind. That's 10,000 people. If you got 10,000 people in a room,
be a hell of a party.
It'd be a hell of a party.
I'm glad you're all here.
Right? Thank you.
Yeah.
So
we're throwing a party. And you can't throw a party without presents. So, let's fucking open a little present we got from, who did we get this from?
We got it from Zach Brawls.
Got it from Zach Brawls.
Mythos Effects.
From the Mythos Effects. He hosts a podcast with Rhett Scholl.
Yep. The Dipped in Tone.
The Dipped in Tone podcast.
Oh, we need a cutter, don't we?
Yeah.
We need a cutter.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh.
With an entrance. Just came out. Swick.
Whipped it right out while he walked through the curtain.
Let's see. I remember what Tia said, don't cut towards you.
Yeah. I just thought about it. We should use this curtain whenever we have guests.
Oh, yeah.
Bring them in.
We bring them in like a game show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Come on down.
I didn't think of that until
there's a lot of stuff in there.
Holy shit, that's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Here, I'll take the knife.
Okay.
All right.
I think
one of them I knew. One of them I knew.
The table deck for this.
I knew what one of them was going to be.
Yeah, so what did we get?
Let's take them out of the box.
Yeah. All right. So the first one I knew.
What do we got?
First one is the Positron Cascading Distortion. If you're a big Ghostbusters fan like myself.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Is that the thing for you?
Yes.
Okay.
When he said when I was like just surprises, but throw one of those in there because that's what I want.
Why did you ask for a distortion pedal? You don't play distorted.
He just said Ghostbusters.
He likes Ghostbusters. It's more of a nerd thing.
That's fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
You know?
So, sticking on the theme of distortion, we have the Hephaestus.
The what?
Hephaestus.
Oh, the guy who makes the swords.
Yeah. But he has
I don't know why it
You say that like that's just common knowledge.
No, it is. Like, I got you.
He's a
I
Greek
love
god,
Greek mythology.
Yeah, he's a Greek
so,
mythology. Yeah, he's a Greek god.
Yeah, I love
Variable.
Stavros.
Oh my god.
It's a fuzz,
Oh,
Nice.
it's a fuzz. What
That's
kind,
got that's
what kind of
rock.
fuzz?
A Greek one.
variable voltage fuzz.
Okay. The new hot thing we're doing nowadays.
Look at that.
Yep. And this is Tia's favorite.
Oh, so I'll call dibs on it.
Yeah, okay. Argo octave fuzz.
Oh, cool. Octave up or down?
Octave fuzz was
It's
my
not.
favorite.
I know.
Oh, okay.
I was
This
being
is like
facetious. I'm not gonna say.
I was
which
like, that would
episode.
definitely be like a Xander thing.
Yeah, these
Well,
are all
no,
pedals I've
there
like,
was
really
a
wanted to
certain
try out.
episode,
These are
and we
awesome.
were talking off camera, like,
Well, I'm glad. Yeah, off
Yeah.
camera, so all the fans know the joke. And
I forgot.
and
Off camera on an episode we don't remember.
no, I remember that. So I'm just not gonna say names. I remember. And the role that I think Barbara Gordon was the best in, Oracle.
no,
Oracle Anal.
yeah. There you go.
What does it do? What is
It's
it?
a delay pedal.
Nice.
Oh.
There you go.
And
What, we get coasters?
we got coasters.
Oh, little
use these
psychedelic.
now.
Yeah,
Okay.
all right.
I always need more coasters.
Yeah, we're wearing
No,
ours
like,
out.
yeah.
I'm
We got-
constantly drinking cold drinks.
We got stickers.
Oh, snap.
Okay, all right.
Wow.
I like the Crunch Bar one.
Right.
That's
I
cute.
do like that Crunch Bar sticker. That's pretty sick. Good on you, Zach.
Well, we got more stickers.
All right,
I love stickers, so this is perfect.
Yeah,
yeah.
right?
nice.
Look at that. We got gifts.
Got keychains.
Oh,
Okay.
hello.
This one hard on the gifts.
Yeah, right?
Seriously,
I told him the
Thank you.
surprises.
too kind.
It's like he knew we love little knickknacks.
He's like, oh, I got to give them little knick-knacks.
That's my
And-
weakness.
Keep the pedal. I want
Tia's
the knickknacks.
Yeah.
Tia's favorite, buttons.
Oh, hello.
I do like
just,
that.
we just get one button?
Yeah, we got three.
How many buttons we got?
We got 3 buttons.
Dang, dude,
Which
what a
one do you
sweet
not
gift.
I kind of like this one because it's got Coke vibes, like old school Coca-Cola.
I'll do the brand.
Xander?
I'll,
Or Jason?
Not a big button guy.
I'll just take a keychain
get
and
button
the
down.
positron.
Now we've got these gifts from Mythos.
Yeah, we'll definitely play with those.
Thank you
We'll
so much.
We'll definitely make something about them. I mean,
Yeah.
why not?
Actually, let us know in the comments what would you like to see an episode. Like, what should we do with these in an episode?
yeah, because there's probably reviews out already. It'd be fun
Yeah.
to do something spicy with them.
So, like, what twists would you want to see? Like this versus this, or this paired with this,
Or all of these at once?
yeah,
Yeah, the little Mythos board. See how it
Diamond,
sounds.
all of it.
I already know
Who
how
do
to-
you want to see do
Or,
it?
or actually a rig roll with these 4 between all 4 of us.
Well, I've been trying to pitch a rig roll for the
I know,
longest time.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm just,
I
I'm,
know.
I'm,
We're not
I'm,
that
I'm
good.
letting.
Yeah, we can do that.
Well, you let us know in the comments.
We've got so many pedals. We could just
Please let us know.
We've been pitching this rig roll for the longest. But yeah, we did this podcast so we could answer some questions. So let's answer some questions.
All right.
Let's go.
We have a lot of
Let's go
questions.
to Instagram first. Jason kept up with these. I did everything else.
Oh wow! Everything else. The only other thing was
It's
the
really just
YouTube
Nelson's
channel.
show.
And the Patreon. And the Instagram posts.
Oh, no, I did the Instagram post.
Well, no,
no.
you did the Instagram story.
No, I did the post.
No.
Oh no, I got the questions.
Guys,
from the
guys,
posts.
guys.
Focus. What are the questions?
Well, the first question was, you bringing the podcast back, and yeah, for this, give us a reason to do it. And we'll
For
do
the
it.
record, I still wish it was like a weekly thing, but that's just because I love podcasts and that's
I
the
mean,
thing.
yeah, but like we're not gonna talk about music stuff on a weekly basis.
Actually,
It's hard.
I would posit that we talk about music news because there are some topics that Tia and I have discussed that
Oh,
would be
yeah.
pretty cool for a podcast.
yeah.
Oh no,
Okay,
yeah.
so let's start out there. So for did my voice crack?
Yes, it
A
did.
little bit. It's all right.
Okay.
It's a little late, but
It's part of the medium.
So, honestly, like I feel like all of the above could work. Like, I'm not opposed to podcasts as long as like we have a solid direction to work in. With that being said, I wouldn't want to limit it super hard, but if we kept it I don't know, within a certain wheelhouse. So like you said, music news, we could discuss. And I guess for the folks at home, what would you want to see us tie in? What would you realistically listen to us talk about?
Yeah. Because, like, I don't keep up with too much music news, so I would just be I'd be the color guy here, you know? Like, the color, you know, just kind of giving my thoughts.
That's fine, though. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of in a similar boat since I've left music retail. Yeah, no, I'm just not as highly engaged. Like, obviously, I still hear about big things and, like, you know.
But there's always bands and stuff and things going on. It's, you know, it's whatever.
I was just thinking more so like, not that we would now because it's kind of old news, but the whole Josh Scott, Bad Monkey thing and, you know, stuff like within the community.
Yeah. Well, we could,
But I don't want to talk about
There's
that.
always gossip, but we don't have to go into that now. That's not what we're doing right now.
Well, no, it's not. I mean, that wasn't
that's
gossip.
What, like, it's just one of those things where, like, I heard about the situation and I didn't give it any thought after. It's one of those things, I don't know.
I was just using it as an example.
Yeah.
There's always news. There's always something to talk about. So we could do it. We'll see.
So we'll answer your question with a question. What do you want to see in the podcast?
Yeah, let's go.
There's so many of these. Okay, so next one up. Sega or Nintendo?
I feel like that's only a question Jason and I can answer. You kids are too young for that
first
shit.
off,
I grew up playing Sega. What do you mean? You kids.
I'm almost 30.
I am almost 30.
I don't know, man. Like, I was like 7 or 8 when like Super Nintendo and Genesis were like in all the ads.
My first console was the Sega Genesis.
All right.
Yeah,
so, but like,
fuck out of here.
But there was like, but so you didn't.
Dude, same. Like, I remember
was
playing.
Did you have an argument about it, like at your house, like about which one was better and like all that? Like,
no, because we were civilized children.
No, it was a culture war thing, dude. See, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
that sounds like some white people shit. I'm kidding. We got what we got, and we said thank
We
you.
grew up after the culture
that's very
war.
accurate.
But no,
here's my answer to that. In my house growing up, we tricked that question. My nephew, he got the Super Nintendo, and I got the Sega Genesis.
That's
and since
There you go. That's how households did it.
Yeah. So since we shared the same room, I would just buy games for whatever. I really can't pick one because as much as I do love Final Fantasy, I do love Sega Genesis era Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah,
hell
yeah.
My core memory of playing like a Sega Genesis is playing Sonic and having the extension, you know, where you put it on top.
Sonic and Knuckles and yeah.
That's like a core memory of just like, it doesn't work, just blow on it.
So
not supposed to.
Talking about sounds like white people shit real quick. I want to defend myself for fucking I'm old enough that we had the Nintendo, just the NES for like a while, you know what I mean? And that was back when if your mom was talking about video games, she just called it the Nintendo.
I mean, the grandmas still do that.
They still do that in urban households.
Yeah. So, you know, when Sega came out, my older sister and my cousins and a lot of my friends were so hyped on it. And I'm just like, no, dude, Nintendo. Super Mario World looks so good. And I was the one kid who was like, I want the Super Nintendo. Mom comes home with the Genesis. We're a Sonic family now. There's like a big part of me that's just like, my whole childhood would have been different, dude.
There's like a parallel universe Xander.
There's a parallel universe Xander where I got to play Mario World as a child and I'm not fixated on it now as an adult.
But then how would that have affected like your sister?
Who knows?
It would have sent her down like a villainous path. That was like her
she's
villain.
already on a villainous path.
That was her villain origin story is if the Sega didn't come to the house.
No, she just liked Sonic and then the Lion King game was on there.
Dude,
fuck that game, dude. That game is hard as shit.
So hard, dude.
It.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Sure.
Casual.
I did too, but after like 3 years.
That and the Aladdin game, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Also, just broken and hard.
Aladdin was a big issue back then. This is funny that we're going so hard on the 16-bit era, but Genesis Aladdin and Super Nintendo Aladdin were completely different games. They were completely different games. So it was funny. I think the Genesis one, he has a sword. Super Nintendo's like, no sword, no sword.
I think we should reiterate because we kind of went off the rails.
Sure.
So
let's
we all had Sega as kids.
Yeah, as I grew up on Sega, I still prefer Nintendo.
Sonic the Hedgehog was my introduction to punk rock music.
I would say it depends on what era, because I will take Dreamcast over N64.
Just generally speaking.
I can't pick one because it's like there's. Oh, wait. Are we just talking first party?
Yeah.
You're getting too specific.
I know.
You are overthinking the question.
Well, you said Sega or Nintendo. I'm going to say Sega.
Okay.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Hell yeah.
Tia?
I'm going to vote Nintendo. Even though I did defend Sega, I defended the Genesis, but I've just got more memories attached to like my Game Boy Color.
Dude.
As a kid.
I spent so many hours.
Yeah, so many hours.
So many Pokemon. So many Tetris.
Oh my god.
Let's actually do a music-based question, because I feel like any usual fans of ours are like, fucking, they're not talking about... Alright, so, here's a question that I can't answer, because I know nothing about this. So is a Thurston Moore... Or what's that? A Lee Benaldo?
Ronaldo.
Yeah, or a Lee Benaldo Jazzmaster really worth $2,000, or should I just build my own?
Funny enough, we just filmed an episode that kind of tackles that. So
I'm both.
Yeah.
Why not both?
Why not? I'm gonna say this as far as right now with the way prices are, and this is a long-winded answer. The thing with artist guitars, if you want one, you better buy one now, because most artist guitars like that will only go up in price. They're not going to stay the same, and they're not going to get any lower.
Right.
So if you want it, go for it. If you think it's going to be worth it, great. However, I think you would come out, if this is something you're going to stick with and you want it to be in your stable forever, then just build your own. You'll save a shit ton of money.
It's for me, like, just chiming in real quick, it's the same philosophy I have about every guitar. What's the purpose of it? Is this something that you're going to be playing in dive bars every weekend with your band that plays rowdy shows? Or is it something that you're kind of a casual player, you want to have that sound and you want it to keep its value over time? Or are you a collector who just wants to throw it in a closet?
It should be noted too that the Lee Ronaldo doesn't have the actual wide range. The it should be noted.
But you still want, like, if you're the collector type, you want that exact stock model. If you're the guy who's just jamming at home, you want it to sound just like Lee does. Maybe you'll modify it. If you're gonna go take that thing to punk rock shows, or you're gonna go play like bars where you might get stolen or something like that, you don't want a $2,000 guitar. Yeah. You want something you put together for maybe $1,000 at tops.
Keep in mind too, Sonic's Youth whole thing was taking cheap guitars and making their own.
So you're not being like Sonic Youth by spending $2,000 on a guitar. You're being like,
to be real with you, I'm not going to say out of those two, I don't.
They're cool. I have the Thurston Moore. I love it, but I'm not a jazz master guy. I never play a jazz master, so when I do, I want a green one. And I could afford it when I bought it, and it's gone up in value. That's just okay, cool. That's all win-win-win for me.
Yeah, it's like the J Master.
But I wouldn't gig with it. I wouldn't take it to play a fucking heavy show and strum the shit out of that guitar.
$2,000 guitar at like a local gig, or
the house shows that we used to play, the skate parks we used to play.
But keep in mind, to answer this question, the reason I say
on the house show thing.
No, the reason I say that is because look at the Japanese J Mascus, that's gone up to plus 2,000, and back in the day you can get those for like $600.
Yeah,
and
I bought my son Model T for $300.
Yeah, or even the Squire J Mascus. That's why I hopped on that as soon as I saw it. Like, they're going for like $600-700 now, and I'm like, really? So I would say if you get one for a good deal, go that route. Otherwise, build it.
And if you can afford it and you want to have it and you're going to keep it nice, sure, whatever. We don't judge. Sure, fine, do that.
That's all right. So this next one here, if you could have played guitar on any song ever, what would it be? Let's let's go down the line, Xander. I'll start with you. You want to think about it for a second?
No, I was just gonna say I don't want to fuck up my favorite songs like that. You know, when I try to play a song I like, it sounds bad to me. I just play songs that sound like what I should be playing. I don't know. I'd maybe like a Sun album where I can just drone with them the way Boris did that one tour. I'd probably do that.
Okay.
But I wouldn't want to. I'm not gonna go play on Black Sabbath. Come on. I'm not a fucking Ramone. I can't do that shit. No, sorry.
I mean, T-Pain just covered them, so I mean,
T-Pain can do whatever the fuck he wants.
that's the correct answer.
He's fine.
Jason, what about you?
There's two songs that immediately come to mind. One would be "Beware" by Deftones. I think that's just
cool.
like
That's a cool
especially
answer.
especially just the ending of that song. Just because it's my kind of song where it just starts slow and then it gets really heavy and big at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And the other song that immediately came to mind was "Go Away Closer" by This Will Destroy You. Only because it's different for them, but it's not. Like for me, that's the song I think of when I think of them. And then seeing that song live, that was the one song I was like, damn, I wish I was up there, because like the bass is just thick. And it's just like, man, I can just be up there doing wiggly wiggly noise and no one would notice.
Yeah.
Fun.
Tia?
Can we repeat the question one more time, please?
If you could play guitar on any song ever, what would it be?
Oh, God.
It's a lot of pressure.
That is a lot of pressure, because I fuck up a lot.
That's a high. Well, but you'd be doing lots of takes, right? It's for a record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
It's funny, when I read this question, I had like 2 answers immediately.
Okay, so I'll make mine quick so we can get to yours. I don't know. I think a big, like, I don't know. This feels like such a basic, like, 2023 answer. 2 artists that came to my mind, John Mayer and then Polyphia. 2 fucking polar opposites, but I think it'd be cool to just...
If I could play like Polyphia, I'd love to guest on one of their...
Right, exactly. That's like some...
But me as I am guesting on Polyphia... Well, they're like...
You'd be in the back of the mix.
I'm way back.
Not as I am. I would need to build like a hyperbolic time chamber and just go practice guitar for like 3 years
Change
and
my
then come back
whole
out.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those guys rule, though.
Yeah, no, like just that fucking energy out of an instrumental band, like
Love it.
no, it's ridiculous.
So,
Nelson?
what's yours, Nelson? You got
Okay,
us.
so, well, both these songs are based off of like the guitar tone, which is like the first one probably be "Drain You" by Nirvana.
Yeah.
Because like just that whole tone is like, love that. And then I guess a more modern
not that
one
one.
would be "Younger Us" by Japan Droids.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's like, it's like those are the 2 spectrums of where I like my tone to be. You know, so it's like,
Get this man a DS1 and a twin reverb.
oh man, we're playing through
Or just get a Mesa.
B-52. All right. Okay. Well, Tia, speaking of John Mayer, one of the questions from a long time subscriber, friend of the channel,
And our own YouTuber.
and has their own channel.
And
Is it Joan?
It's
Yep.
Joan.
I'm Joan of Heart.
wait.
Yes.
And guest host, or no, not guest, and host.
need to lean on the mic.
Yeah,
One of the hosts.
and co-host of the Get Offset podcast. All right, get a question. Tia. Oh, well, I was about to ask you this like Nardwar or something.
Yeah.
What's your
Yeah. You don't need to lean on the mics that hard, guys.
Sorry.
That's exactly what Joan sounds like.
Yeah. Asking in her voice.
Go ahead, say it again.
That's so funny.
Tia, what's your favorite John Mayer riff?
That's not
God.
the Joan voice.
Tia, what is your favorite John Mayer riff?
So, to listen to or to play?
Both.
Because I would say to play is Neon. And it's kind of recent, but like it's a lot of fun to play. Like once you kind of get that motion down, it's just like, okay, yeah, I could do this forever. But I feel like that's how a lot of his songs kind of go. Once you kind of get into, I don't want to say his headspace, but once you kind of understand where he was coming from, it's very easy to go down that path.
Cool.
So I don't know, I guess Neon.
What's your favorite one to listen to then?
Ooh, so I'm actually really bad with titles.
So, next question.
Yeah.
My favorite would be Heartbreak Warfare.
I don't know, like it's tough because like I listen to like just full albums and I don't really
Yeah.
pay attention to like the single track, so I will have to message Stone directly.
So you can sit there and listen to an entire John Mayer album.
My God.
All right,
You
first
say
off,
that with a lot of judgment.
I don't know.
Just the straightest to face, like out of everything that you could be doing with your time.
It's interesting to me.
Yeah.
coming to the man that like loves Boris.
Right.
Right, an exciting hard rock band with
I'm
really
kidding,
cool
I
songs.
love both of them. They're both good.
Right.
More than two things can be good.
Yes.
I agree
yes.
with that. I agree with that.
But yeah, let's Jesus Christ. Don't go for John Mayer like that. Relax.
Bro, you went for his neck.
Right? Telling me you could listen to a whole album?
I felt Xander's pain.
I'm
He went for his
impressed.
neck.
I'm impressed.
Oh my
It's
God.
cool.
All right, so the next one, Jason, I think you'll enjoy fielding this one. Any love for Bigsby equipped guitars?
To answer that question, just watch our Gold Foil episode.
And then watch the follow up.
Yeah.
Whenever it comes out.
I like my guitars with Bigsby's on them. I think it's a pretty cool way to go.
No.
If you want to be subtle, if you want to be chill.
No,
if you want to spend an extra hour when you have to restring your guitars.
I would say that, I mean, to straight up answer it, no, but I hate Floyd Roses more.
Well, so that's I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
Everyone roasts the Floyd. I guarantee
I
you.
kind of love it,
It's
dude.
easier to change strings on a Floyd Rose
No.
than a Bigsby every single fucking day of the week.
After having to do this
You gotta do
and
the
a Floyd
stupid
Rose back at
You
work.
gotta do the wraparound bridge thing on a Bigsby. Dude, I'll do a Floyd where you cut the thing, do the thing, and
Yeah.
screw it.
That's just too much
Maybe
work.
that can be an episode.
Yeah,
Wait,
let's go.
I mean,
I'll do them both.
I just happen to have a guitar with a
I
Floyd
just
Rose.
happen to have
We just happen to have both.
I just happen to have a mystery guitar with a Floyd.
We have several of
I've been
each.
waiting to restring.
We
What
got
if,
colors, we got everything.
What if we
so.
did like a time attack thing? So you could
That
just
would be fun.
See which
Oh
one would
my
be
God.
faster to restring.
I think I would win, but
Well, no, like you both
Restring
get both
and
of
two.
them.
or I do both of
Yeah,
them.
you
No,
get
no,
both
that's
of
what I'm saying.
them.
Both of you
And
would have to
see-
do both of them.
Yeah, you see
Oh,
which
then
one.
you'd be fucked.
You do faster,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah,
I'd
you'd be
I'd
fucked
be
because of the
fucked.
intonation.
Oh no, it's Floyd Rose?
Yeah.
Easy.
Oh, all right, cool.
Easy.
I like the confidence.
Yeah.
Let's
I mean, hey.
let's put these
We-
put these boys in the ring.
Yeah,
okay?
leave a comment if you want to see
I
that
don't really
shit.
see how it's a competition because I hate both.
Oh my God.
Well, no, it's more of a time attack.
Yeah, that
challenge.
is,
I know,
that
I
is
know.
unfair because I like both.
Yeah,
so.
that's why I was like,
I'm gonna do the one I like faster.
I'm like enthusiastic
Like,
to
give
do
me a
both of
jazz
them.
master vibrato and I
Yeah,
beat him
yeah,
a day and
he's got me on that for sure. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay, well, we were talking about video games earlier. This question's a bit broad, so I'll do you a favor and make your question better. All right, so the original question is, what are y'all's favorite video games?
Oh, that's too broad.
That's
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah, that is-
you're welcome. I fixed
that
your
is too
question.
broad.
So, what is you guys' favorite, most recent video games that favorite game you've been playing recently? Because for me, I haven't had a lot of time to play video games, so when I do, I'm hitting Smash Bros, hitting those online rooms,
Right.
just beating the fuck out of some people.
So
Sephiroth,
so why
Lil
don't-
Mac, come see about me.
why don't we do both then?
yeah, we could do.
what you're playing lately, what your favorite classic
General.
is. Do you have a favorite
okay,
classic?
if we're
real
going
quick?
classic, then I gotta say, like the PS3 era Ninja Gaiden games.
Oh fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, dude.
That's a good call.
I love those things, man.
Oh
Yeah.
dude, that's cool.
Tia?
Okay, lifetime game. I feel like this is gonna be like a very cheap answer. Pokemon. I would
Yeah,
say like
nah, that's-
Silver specifically, because that was like the game that got me started.
Shout out Kanto.
Yeah,
Leaked photos of a new Kanto remake recently.
What?
Yeah,
dude, I just want to play like Silver, Gold, and Crystal on my Switch.
it's coming out soon. Don't worry. Just like they did
fuck
They're
with
yeah.
doing like a.
just like they did with the Pikachu Eevee thing.
Are you serious?
Yes, they're doing Gold and Silver. It's
Oh
happening.
my
So
God.
they're doing like a whole like Sword and Shield thing, but
It
with,
looks more 3D. Yeah, it's
oh, I'm for that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm all
Oh my
over
God.
that.
going back to Kanto, baby.
Yeah,
Oh my
dude.
God, this is some good news. Thank
It's
you.
like, because Sword and Shield, like that
pretty
was
fun.
my shit,
Pretty
dude.
fun.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
dude.
those games were awesome.
They were quick though.
Arceus is real fun.
I
too.
feel like
mean-
I beat it in like a day.
Yeah, it was like a weekend for me.
Yeah, I had to break it up because I got halfway through it in about a day and a half, and then just didn't play it for like 3 months.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, all-time favorite game probably Pokemon Silver. A lot of nostalgia there. Are you good?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
opening
just
a
what
beer.
Guinness does over there.
It's very loud.
Sorry.
It's a messy beer to open.
Keep my distance.
Trying not to get sneezed on by my Guinness.
My beverage that I choose.
It's fucking COVID from a Guinness.
Yeah.
It'd be Corona from a Guinness.
From
It's
some
just
Irish
I
guy.
got Corona from a Guinness.
it like literally just like spits out Corona beer at you. Oh no.
This is a Mexican lager. Anyway,
Favorite recently, it's also going to be a pretty cheap answer because I also don't have a lot of time to put into games. So if I just want something kind of mind numbing, I've been playing a lot of Halo Infinite.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's the best one.
That's where I'm at right now. So Pokemon, Halo.
Jason,
I can answer recent.
are you gonna say?
No, you no.
he's on his 8th playthrough of Village.
No,
I was gonna say.
no.
Are you gonna say RE4 remake?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I actually had this conversation, and I'm going to piece a bit of this conversation. My only issue with RE4 is the story, and I don't find it as scary. So with that said,
Okay.
I prefer the Dead Space remake, and I think that for me right now, especially after playing Callisto Protocol, this was just like a breath of fresh air.
Okay. So do you think the RE4 remake isn't as scary because the controls are more balanced?
No, I mean RE4 in itself was just never scary.
It was
more
a perfect
action.
game.
It was. I wouldn't say it was perfect.
The original RE4.
I wouldn't say it was perfect. I think because I preferred playing this. There's a balance, and the thing is, what everybody often overlooks: the story of 4 is very cheesy.
It's so
And it's not
funny.
and it's
so
not
good.
but it's not scary. And
I feel like the remake of RE4 is probably as good as it gets with remakes. From what I've seen, it looks.
I mean,
so
I beat
good,
the remake
dude.
like this. If you already love RE4, you're gonna love the game.
Yeah,
you're gonna
it's-
love it
I
regardless.
already love it. Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
you're gonna, and the remake is
try it, though.
the remake is better in a lot of ways. I will say it still has a lot of bugs because there was something that was blowing when I went back to the village, the main village, and it literally just like glitched across the screen, and I'm like, what system am I playing this on again? It shouldn't be doing that. But overall, all time, that's a tough one.
Or just like a classic that you could just go back to anytime, you know.
I would probably say Mass Effect 2. That, to me, I remember my first playthrough of that. Well, I would say the Mass Effect trilogy. Yeah, because there is a game, there is whatever the edition is that has all 3 of them. I would say that because to me, that is near perfection in terms of storytelling, and because that's what I really like to be engaged with is storytelling.
Yeah.
Like I would have said, and I know Tia and I, we go back and forth on this. I would have said all time The Last of Us 2 if it wasn't for that ending. If it wasn't for that ending,
I mean, I
that's so
understand.
funny.
Yeah,
I understand.
but I do like the gameplay on The Last of Us 2.
Okay, that's funny.
Yeah. I will say my problem with The Last of Us 2, I enjoyed the story and I understood, obviously, you know, why certain things happen, so on and so forth, blah, blah, blah. My only gripe with the game is I wish that the story had been told in a different order because I felt like it took a lot of the wind out of certain actions because you already knew how they were going to end. That was, Neil Druckmann, just saying, for Last of Us 3.
Or season 2.
We're gonna
Yeah.
get some heat on this just
That's
for
so
talking
funny.
about
Yeah,
The
I
Last
know,
of
yeah.
Us.
No, I mean we love The Last.
I hear it. Oh, it's too late, dude. It's too late.
I love part 1 and I enjoyed part 2, but like I said, my only gripe with part 2 was the order in which the story was told.
Yeah.
Because
So, Xander, what would yours be?
Well, I spend most of my time when I can just playing just whatever
Tetris?
fighting games. Well, Tetris is Tetris
Yeah.
is with coffee.
Street Fighter.
Street Fighter,
But yeah, I was gonna say yes.
Tekken.
You guys won't even let me have my fucking part. Fuck,
Let
man.
the white man
God
talk.
damn
They
it,
don't get
man!
to
I
do
finally
that
had the
enough.
chance to speak. Let my
Bro, you can
voice be
speak on every
heard.
damn question, man.
Jeez.
Sorry, it's
Tetris is my morning cup. Tetris is probably the game I played more than any other game in the world.
Yeah.
That's not what I was gonna say though.
So we're not picking on Xander.
Yeah.
It's just that we walk in the living
We
room
see him play a
No,
lot of
I live
Tetris.
and
here
we
and they
see
know
him
what I
play a
do.
lot.
Yeah,
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 a
yeah.
lot of Tetris.
9 times out of 10, if it's not We Fit,
Well, yeah, it's Wii
It's
Fit.
it's
I
Tetris or
work
Street
out with
Fighter.
my video games. Yeah, okay, fine. Let's just we'll shame you.
Hey
that,
man,
I guess.
I gamified my life.
But okay,
A lot better,
Can I,
just
can I
saying.
do my part now?
Yeah,
What's up,
yeah.
guys?
Sorry,
Jesus
sorry.
Christ!
There's a bit of a pile on. Sorry.
Sorry, we just been holding it in.
I play a lot of Tetris. I play a lot of fighting games. I was gonna say I like the new Street Fighter Tekken. I'm literally
He's
buying.
been talking about Street Fighter.
Yeah, I'm-
Tekken 8.
No,
To be
and Street
fair,
Fighter
me
6.
and
Yeah.
Xander have both been on that Tekken
No,
train.
I'm kind of
No, I'm literally buying a PS5 just so I can get Tekken 6 and Tekken 8 and Street Fighter 6.
I literally tried to sell him my discless PS5.
And I'm like, why would I buy one without a disc,
Yeah.
motherfucker?
So I literally just tried to. I sold it. I was
Scam is
like,
this?
But no,
it's
I'm
like me over here bitching like,
yeah.
fucking discless.
big
Sorry.
fighting game guy. So that's like my most played recent shit is like because that's what I have. I want to sit down and play for like 20 minutes tops and then get back to my life.
Damn,
I
yeah.
like getting into a game and I don't normally do it. I'm really looking forward to the new Zelda. I'm a big Zelda guy. I would say like maybe Ocarina of Time is my favorite classic game. I was thinking maybe I should say Chrono Trigger is because I love that one a lot. Chrono Trigger is so good. And
Can't
when you
wait
talk
for that
about
remake,
when you were
yeah.
talking about
Yeah,
storyline, I was like Chrono Trigger. bro.
How did that escape my mind?
But my actual favorite video game, like as far as just sitting down, this is a fun, perfect game. Rewards skill. It's just you can do it a million times. Mega Man X on Super Nintendo. It's so good. You start off, it's hard, but you can do it.
Games are
It shows
so
you how to
hard,
do it.
dude.
It shows you how just by playing the game. If you find the armor, you start to figure out that you can start to actually beat these motherfuckers, and then you move on. And it's very rewarding. It's very fun. I've played it a billion times.
Are you talking about like the new collection that came
Super
out?
Nintendo Mega Man X1.
So you're talking about the original from like forever ago.
The Super Nintendo, the 1994
Oh
or
no,
5.
dude! Fuck that game, dude!
Oh,
Oh, my
so
god,
much
that
fun.
game was no.
Hold on a second before we
Sixth
go to the
grade, I
next
used to
question.
come home from school and plug that game in and beat the whole thing and then do my homework.
Unpopular opinion, and I know it's unpopular.
Sure.
Mega Man 8 is actually my favorite.
And
But
8 is great.
Bad
8's
voice
good.
acting and all.
But where is Dr. Wiley?
That's a good question.
Yeah,
It is my favorite.
The anime scenes in that. Bass, why must we fight?
Hey everybody, it's Xander with Working Class Music. Just thanking Sweetwater real quick for the awesome mono backpack they sent us. We're going back to Sweetwater for Gear Fest this year, and they hooked us up so much last year, and they continue to help us so much with the channel that we thought we'd do a quick little video, show you guys what we're bringing. So the mono bag, it was the Ultra Fly Deluxe bag. Super cool to me because it has the detachable backpack for the laptop. Pretty sweet. We're not going to pull it all the way off, just we're packing it soon. And the luggage right there, so you can kind of sneak it through and count it as one bag. We're hoping that'll fit everything we need. Last year I forgot the tripods. We got tripods this time for Nelson's nice Lumix cameras. Last year, Sweetwater gave us this nice Tascam Portacapture X8, which I've been messing with and I really like. I've also got my trusty 4K Q2N. This is kind of old, honestly, I bought it in 2017, but it's doing the job and it'll be my little kind of, and then, a couple mics for podcasting, a couple of the E609s I forgot last year so that we can actually hear the guitar amps while they're playing guitar this time. It's going to be really cool. It's going to be like we're a real actual professional channel this time. Ashdown gave us these nice pair of Meters headphones last year, which are pretty cool because they light up and Bluetooth connectivity, also wired connectivity, so you can just plug it straight into a device and hear in real time with no latency. That's really good. Trusty lav mics. These were a gift from Punk Black. If you don't know, look them up. We got these cool Nan lights, which have been awesome on set. We'll just bring a couple in case we need them. And of course, so I've got to bring this, and I brought extra controllers in case we get a game of Mario Party going. So it should be a fun time. I'm really excited this time. We did a lot of good last time, but I'm hoping we do it better this year. I'm pretty sure we will. So thanks, Sweetwater, and see you soon, guys.
Let's get on to this next question. This one, I feel like Tia, you could probably answer this best. Can you explain why why PRS guitars are a total narc guitar?
I'm going to chime in on that too. So
I had a PRS. I sold it to a cop.
I actually think Xander might be the best one to answer this.
I mean, I feel like he just answered it. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like half the dudes that oh my god, I feel like this is gonna get really political.
Hold on, before you start, if I see anybody like maybe let's say 27 and young, somebody my age or younger who's like main as a PRS, I'm a little iffy. Like, that's just me. That's just me.
I think it depends. Like, if they're playing like an SE PRS, like something that's like $300-$400 used, I'm not gonna give you shit for that. But if you're like under 25 and playing like an expensive PRS, I just assume you come from money. And that you don't have... Well, now I don't want to finish what I was going to say.
Go ahead.
You didn't have to, like... I like Justin, and now I don't want to say this.
No, we all like Justin, but, you know.
Go ahead and say it. I make fun of him all the time about it.
I just feel like it's obvious you haven't had certain struggles. I'm going to leave it there.
Sure.
Yeah, no, like I said, as... I'm getting older, I'm enjoying PRS, but like I've also noticed that there seems to be a big overlap between like PRS players, and I don't want to say white supremacists, but like
it exists.
They kind of it's
Gibson
the same.
guys do it too.
Gibson. Oh,
wait,
yeah.
can I jump in there?
It's gonna be hold on real quick. It's gonna be the same dude with like a Punisher like skull on his pickup truck.
Oh boy.
Can I jump in there? And I think this is just me being me. I think it's just PRS has a branding issue in that regards, because you look at a lot of the bands in the past that were associated with it.
They're like butt rock and
they were essentially butt rock bands. Creed, Limp Bizkit, like Disturbed, I think, don't get me wrong, I think PRS can, and I know this is just a little tangent, I think that's why they're seen that way, is because of the bands that they were associated with.
And so I always bring up that Opeth plays those fucking things, and that's one of my favorite bands ever, so I can't talk shit.
I will say, I feel like they can shake that, and I think they are on the right track, especially with John Mayer, and then they have Dave Knudsen, Dave Knudsen from Minus the Bear. Like,
there are like that Fiore and things like that. Yeah, no, PRS, they're doing like really, in my opinion, interesting things. Like, I was about to like gesture towards my Silver Sky that isn't next to me.
It's not there.
Yeah, I'm so used to just having it next to me.
And that's kind of an issue that just kind of comes up with like anytime you're trying to sell a product. Yeah. Like, did Orange Amps want to be associated with satanic stoner metal? I don't know if they did. Maybe they do. I don't know. I can't speak for those guys. I'm sorry. I'm just like...
No, I mean, I agree. It's a branding issue.
Yeah. And there's the last thing I wanted to add to that is, like, again, part of the reason that I love that hollow body, Mike Einzinger from Incubus, like, he was like, they even say it in the video that Paul shows the hollow body in, or the archtop hollow, like, he made that famous. Yeah. And like, so for me, but then he stopped playing
Primus too. Primus were big PRS guys earlier. So they're good guitars.
Yeah, PRS had like a huge moment in the 90s, it seems, and like early 2000s.
I know why you get that vibe though too, because like a lot of times when a dude, like most of us have worked in music retail. We've sold guitars to customers.
Just say you guys.
Yeah, us three. Sorry. Yeah. I'm just saying.
Nelson hasn't worked music retail.
But
he still has sanity to show for it.
I'm sure we've all had that moment where a dude who looks like he spends too much time in the gym, who's wearing an Under Armour shirt, comes in, and he's got his,
Oakley's,
probably former cheerleader girlfriend with him. You know what I mean? And she says, "I like the one with the birds on."
I mean,
that's not where my mind was going.
That's happened to me so many times. But I've also had women come in and be like, "Oh, well, my husband wants this Les Paul one." That's what he said, and it's cute. I love that shit. But it's just, I don't know. There's like an overlap there where it's just like it's a type of like privileged guy.
Just to end. I think it's just a branding thing, like I said, overall, because you can look at Jazz Masters and there's every hipster joke in the world about Jazz Masters and Jaguars. Yeah. And you can look at Les Pauls and there's every doctor joke in the world. Sure. And that's kind of true.
And with PRS too.
So.
Or even a custom shop, Strats.
But play what you like, who cares?
All right.
Honestly, though,
So the next one. And this is one I really want to answer because I'm personally offended by this. Somebody said, "Where do you guys film? Sometimes it looks like a hostage video." Fuck you.
We've been filming in a sketchy basement this entire time.
Yeah.
And we
now
don't
it's
appreciate
nicer.
that kind of judgment. This is a way nicer basement than the basement we used to shoot in, all right?
We're doing our best.
We have walls now,
Exactly.
y'all.
We have walls and curtains and lights.
It may not seem like it, but this is a big improvement.
Jesus.
Because you got to look at the equipment, and if you think hostage situation,
This is the best hostage situation you could be in.
No offense, ain't nobody stealing us because we're black.
Lock
they
me
give
up
us
if I
right
can
back.
jam this loud, man.
Oh my God. I'm just imagining like I'm
We
sitting
work
getting, like,
hard to make this house a home, goddammit.
getting like waterboarded by just sound.
Oh God.
That's what I do. That's my meditation
Yeah.
ritual.
Man.
Next question.
Yeah, next question. All right, I got a couple of food questions lined up.
Let's go.
This is fun because we all do love to eat.
I've had a snack or two in
we've
my
celebrated
day.
with Waffle House many a time.
Yeah.
We get Mexican food after these shows a lot. So somebody's question was: is sriracha mayo just a waste of good sriracha?
I feel like this is Tia's answer.
I fucking hate sriracha.
Do you? What?
Yeah.
You know what?
Because like back when it was like big and poppin' or whatever,
Was there a fad?
Yes.
kind of yeah.
When?
Like literally like 2011, 2012-ish
Yeah.
is when it just like popped and went like mainstream.
Oh, like the whole bacon thing?
yeah.
yeah,
Literally
it-
during that same era.
Yeah, we went like bacon and then sriracha and then
Yeah.
yeah.
Because everything was like sriracha keychains. I've
Almond
seen
milk
water
happened in
bottles
there
and like
somewhere.
everything. And
Yeah,
like I remember
and
that
that's-
whole thing.
And it fucked up the company. They couldn't get their chilies anymore.
Yeah.
They like
Wow.
couldn't source enough peppers.
Yeah.
It became a real problem.
But to I guess come back around, I'm not the right person to ask because I don't like sriracha anymore.
Well,
I used to
a spicy aioli.
Oh, that's the fuck.
That's why
Way over my head. I was like, why would
That's
you
why I
do
said this is perfect for Tia.
It doesn't have to be sriracha. It can be a Tabasco aioli.
It's just a waste of good hot sauce. All right. It's a waste.
I don't like
and
sriracha.
It's a waste unless you're
Yeah, I
using
said it.
Duke's mayo. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. We
That's
gotta
the
be-
best mayo. It's like, you know how fucking Kerrygold's the best butter?
No.
It is.
Okay.
Did not know. I'm
is.
learning so much today.
Yeah, no, it's the best butter.
That's okay.
I do agree with Nelson about Dukes.
All right.
Duke's, yeah, fucking.
I don't know.
I'm not a mayo person.
I don't know enough about mayo to have a favorite.
Put it like this:
And,
when we went to Nashville,
that's kind of cool.
Sandwich place.
Oh
And
yeah,
that dude whipped out that Dukes. I was like, "This is gonna be a good sandwich."
Hell yeah.
Shit. All right. Yeah. It just got a real heated discussion about mayo.
It's not the first time.
You guys, once again, mayo is not a seasoning. All right,
It's also not a slur.
It's a base for a sauce.
yeah, it's a base for a sauce.
and a skin color.
Apparently,
Moving
it's
on.
a slur when I use it.
Oh yeah.
Mayo Hive, make America mayo again.
Oh.
You know.
You know how we're melanated?
It's
Yeah.
yellow.
They're
Mayonated.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
that's
Copyright.
It's okay. It's
No, I
okay.
saw Jason say that. That
It's
shit
fine.
killed me, dude. Oh, the mayonated people are going off today.
Yeah, I get a ton of shit for that.
Yeah. It's fucking great, dude.
I love it.
It's one of the
I'm just
funniest
trying my
things.
hardest to not be a target right now.
Yeah, no.
that's fine.
You're
I'm
gonna get
used
mad
to
at
it.
anybody. Get mad at the men on this channel.
Like, to be fair, I'm a professional troll.
Yeah, let's go.
So,
I am
yeah,
not.
I'm not either.
I don't engage.
Jason and I became friends as shitposters.
Yeah.
And then we met in real life. Yeah. So that's,
He's cool.
All right,
Yeah.
so more about food. Do you guys prefer sweet or savory crepe?
Huh?
What
A crepe? You know what crepes are?
The little pancakes.
Yeah, the little pancakes. Do you
That's y'all. I ain't never tasted
I
that.
ain't never had a crepe?
I probably had 2 or 3 crepes in my fucking
Yeah,
life.
you uncultured swine.
I'm having fucking.
Okay, so
All right,
I-
so Tia, do you prefer a sweet or savory crepe?
Okay, this is the part where I out myself. Because I know what a crepe is, but
Oh.
for the life of me, cannot remember the last time I've eaten a crepe.
yeah.
Man,
I was
we don't-
thinking about it the other day when we went to Roussan's because there was a video of someone making a crepe, and I was like, "Oh, crepe
I don't
sounds
really,
so good."
I don't really do breakfast food, and I'm not going fancy if I do. Like,
I love breakfast food. I could skip anything else, but not breakfast.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't-
Okay, well, since nobody can answer this question but me, so for my birthday last year, I was in Helen, and fucking there was like a crepe shop, and they were like, "You want a sweet or savory crepe?" And we got both, And man, I tell you, if that ain't the hardest question to answer, like, sweet or savory.
So what
crepe?
goes in a savory crepe?
A savory crepe, you have, like, you know, your usual breakfast foods, eggs, bacon, sausage, all that.
Okay.
All rolled up into a crepe.
Nice.
But a sweet crepe, it's like
Like a pancake.
That's gonna be
yeah,
a
it's like a
strawberry-
rolled up, you know, pancake kind of French toast
All right,
thing.
that's what I'm more familiar with.
So yeah, I would have
Right.
to say a savory crepe.
Nice.
Yeah.
Kind of like a French breakfast burrito.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Very, very
All right.
light, very thin breakfast burrito.
There we
but
go.
I mean, this was still Georgia, so like they were,
I'm sure it
they
was.
were packing them fuckers.
Sure it was fine.
thick.
Sure it was fine.
All right.
Hell yeah.
So, would you rather fight 100 duck-sized Pushins or one Pusheen-sized duck?
I'm going with the duck-sized Pushins.
I was surprised this wasn't from Mike Adams.
I know he responded to it. I think he did.
I feel like I normally wear steel-toed boots. I can just punt those fuckers and
Oh my god.
So you'd rather take 100 duck-sized Pushins?
yeah, I'm just kicking my ass off, dude. I'm just kicking and stomping and flailing
have
my
you seen
arms.
how Jack like Mike is? Like,
No, yeah, I know he's a tough guy, but like, what? He's punching my shins and shit. Like
100 of them though. 100 many.
I'd go with the
That'd be like-
Pusheen-sized duck.
That'd be like the strongest
So how-
like
Pusheen-
army of toddlers.
But Pusheen is what, like 5 feet tall?
No.
Oh fuck, dude!
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ!
I'm Xander and I'm above 6 feet.
Oh,
I don't know. I've never met him.
just from what I saw, he looks like a small man. Fucking.
He looks like a little guy to me.
And this is where
Kidding, Mike.
goes
God damn it.
subscribes.
Kidding, Mike.
I vote that we have a boxing match between Mike and Xander.
Next creator clash.
And my money is on Mike.
Yeah, Xander should be even uglier. We should have a boxing match between him and Mike Pusheen. Fucking hell yeah.
I'm gonna answer that question, and I'm just gonna say neither because
But he's got guns.
No, you
Yeah,
have
Mike's
to pick
got
one. You
guns,
can't
like-
just cop out like that.
Yeah, you pick
No,
one.
you have to pick
you
one,
said
dude.
it yourself. We're answering all the questions.
and I did answer. I said neither.
That's not a fucking.
That's not an
That's not
option.
how this
Right.
works.
That's not an
That
option.
is an option.
What are you gonna run from 100 duck-sized Pushins? You're gonna
Actually,
run
yeah,
until they
that's the
find
most
you.
logical
You're
thing.
gonna,
It's-
you're gonna run
hey,
for the rest of your
Hey,
life,
hey,
dude.
it's okay. He's a Democrat. That's
Oh
his
my God.
answer.
They're
Let's
coming.
move
They're
on.
coming through
Let's
the
move
vents.
on.
They're
Yeah,
breaking
yeah,
down your
man.
windows.
I'm an independent.
See
Goddamn it.
it? Let's go. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
Independent.
Damn. So, not doing the vote blue no matter who no
Let's
more.
not. Yeah, I shouldn't make this political.
Well, we shouldn't.
I'm a
Oh my
communist.
god, that would be the worst for this channel.
It'd
Would
be,
it really?
be just as bad as if we thought we were funny.
Yeah, no, it's really that is really tough because I'm just imagining just that episode of Dexter.
Yeah,
Like-
that's yeah.
Like it's just those arms. So
Yeah.
like okay, do I have to like fight them?
You have to defeat them.
Can I use psychological warfare?
Yes.
Well, we haven't figured out how big is this duck.
it's
though.
a duck.
It's a duck.
It's a Pusheen-sized duck. How big is Pusheen?
He's like 5'4".
And
I think. Oh,
no,
fuck,
he's
that's-
like
is he
5'6".
5'6".
and how heavy is that motherfucker?
He's jacked.
He's muscle.
So you got a 5'6". You got a duck as tall as you.
I could do that. I'll
works
take
out.
I'll take it.
You know what?
I'll take a big duck, dude.
No, hold on. So I think what I want to do is
I want to cook 100. I want to kick 100 little Pusheen.
I want to utilize the 100 duck-sized Fushine army that I have.
You don't
and
have it.
So you just turn them
You
on the
tamed
government
them?
or something?
Yes.
I mean,
Just all these tiny little red-headed men with just these fucking anchor arms.
I'm gonna say, you know what?
That's a
I'm gonna say
fantasy.
the duck-sized Pusheen.
You can't change. Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, I think that's the way. It's
I'm gonna-
safer.
the only reason is because all I know is I got to be faster, and he doesn't have hands.
Yeah. I mean, and if we're speaking like, I would definitely choose the 100 duck-sized
No, he's
Fushines.
duck-sized, not duck-shaped. He has hands.
Yeah.
No, the duck-sized.
But even duck-sized.
No, I mean like the duck-sized Pusheen.
The Pusheen-sized duck.
Yeah, whatever that one.
All right. Well,
I'm fighting the fucking duck.
so I'm going through these questions, and there's one specifically for me here, so I guess I'll answer this. But I might need you guys'
Can I
help
answer
on
it
this.
for you?
Yes, please. It is, when is When is the Nelson JHS pedals crossover episode coming out? I miss something?
I don't get that either.
I don't either.
Yeah.
Like, I looked into their pedals. Actually, I kind of thought I got it because I watched Emily's last video on one of their pedals, and it was something so dumb that I kind of loved it. It was like a pedal that mimics batteries. So,
the battery.
Different kind. I was like, that's so stupid. That's right up my alley, right there.
Yeah,
you know.
I was gonna say this. I don't think JHS likes us.
Dude, they don't.
I'm not playing this. They haven't interacted with us, so I have nothing to base it off of. But there's been certain things that we've been tagged in online.
Is it because I'm gay?
Did I do something to it? Yeah, right?
Probably.
I play this.
Is this a straight thing?
Yeah.
Josh, if you...
we would love to work with you.
Yeah, I'll review one of your pedals if you send it to me.
Yeah.
Here's a fun one. I think this is something we all can answer. What's the worst and or most embarrassing thing that's ever happened at a gig?
I have a good one, but you guys go first.
Yeah, I've got a good one, but if anybody else has anything.
To answer that, I can do the recent one because there's been a ton that I can think of. But the recent one, we were playing a show with Woe Was Me, and we got maybe 2 minutes of a sound check. Like, all the bands were like, and I'm not saying this in a condescending or negative way. It's just sound check took a lot longer than it was supposed to, and so they were just like, "Oh, you guys are opening." Keep in mind, our drummer, he's the only one that has in-ears, so he has a click. So we start the first song, and then there's one part where we drop down, and the track is ahead of the band, and I just remember all of us looking at Nick, and like Nick was just down like. Just shaking his head, like, and we're just like, "Fuck it, we got to pick the pieces back up," because it wasn't like it wasn't noticeable.
Yeah,
like it was definitely noticeable.
Yeah,
and then it happened again in the second song, and we picked it back up. But that's like, I think for any band using any kind of tracks, which every band uses tracks nowadays. Let me rephrase that. And I know some people are going to be upset when I say this. Every professional band uses tracks nowadays. Like it may sound like a dick thing, but it's the truth. Every show you go to, they're using tracks of some kind.
Music has changed.
Yeah.
There's a lot more layers to it. So
with that said, it's embarrassing when the audience, when that illusion is broken, and it's not like we were using like backtrack to everything. It wasn't
an Ashley Simpson moment.
Yeah. It wasn't that where it was like, oh, Matt and Hans aren't singing, because obviously they can sing, but it was one of those things like where the keyboard part that we had backtrack was up, and I was like, fuck. And it's like all the programming was like, fuck.
Maybe it might be time to let that keyboardist back in the band. No, I'm kidding. Fuck.
No. That's why we're getting in-ears, and we're doing an in-ear episode.
Exactly. Tia, do you have one?
I've never played out.
I don't think Boris uses backing tracks. Just saying.
Well, all right. I'll go.
You got one.
Mine is not really musically based. It's more situational.
Okay.
So, like, this was like the worst show ever. I was playing at this skate park. And basically the day before, I was supposed to practice with my drummer, because there was only 2 of us in this band. And so I was supposed to practice with my drummer. I don't hear from him like all day. And I'm like down the street, like at another friend's house, like trying to call him. And so like 9 o'clock comes around and he calls me and he's like, "Yeah, man, I'm at the hospital." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" And he's like, "Yeah, I had an allergic reaction to some shellfish."
Oh, fuck.
And so I'm like, "Fuck, dude." And he's like, "It's all good. I'll see you at the show tomorrow." And I'm like,
"No, you ain't."
I don't know about that, dude. And so, like, I get there and I'm like, "Dude, we don't have to do this if you're not up for it." And he's like, "Nah, man, I can do this. And so I'm like, "All right, man." And so, like, we get into it. And, like, the first 2 songs were fine. And then by, like, the end of the 3rd song, he started like getting off time, because I could tell he was fucking exhausted.
Yeah.
And so I was like, "Let's fucking like wrap this up." And he's just like, "Nah, man, let's finish." And so like I'm like, all right, we'll just do one more song and fucking get out of here. And so, like, we started doing that. He's immediately fucking, like, out of it, off time. And I'm just trying to think, how the fuck am I going to get out of this?
Yeah.
And just the worst kind of divine intervention. A girl that I had been seeing at the time, but, like, wasn't anymore, shows up at the show with this giant black dildo. And is like, you piece of shit, and fucking throws it at me while I'm on stage.
That
and
is
like
awesome.
I just like, and it like slams into the cymbals, and like the drummer kind of is like, whoa, fuck, like, and then I'm like, all right, we're done, and like just hop off and get the fuck out of there. And I was like, what the fuck just
that
happened?
rules. I love that.
Yeah.
If I saw a show end that way, I would think that was the coolest band ever.
Dude,
that's fucking amazing.
I was fucking mortified. And then later that night, I stepped on a nail and it went through my shoe.
Jesus.
Yeah, so punk rock, baby.
Yeah. Mine is real quick. This is a band that T and I have both played in.
Oh, you talking about
I don't think we need to drop names. I mean, they're World's Greatest Dad, one of my favorite bands.
Yeah, I was about to say
they're nice people, and I like
they're
nice people.
Keep up the good work, Maddie. I love you. Your songs are great.
It's just
she'll be on the show one day.
I still play Talking to Girls sometimes.
Oh, dude.
Anyway,
I try to play it too loud so I know how you guys are gonna feel about it.
Yeah,
so
that's fine. Yeah, you're good. So it was one of our only like out of state shows that I played with them. And so this is one we drove forever. I think it was North Carolina. I'm probably wrong about that. It's one of the nearby states. We played a quick little thing at a comic shop. We played at a comic shop for a video that some dudes were filming that I never saw this video. I don't know if I'm in it or not. I don't know if I look cool or not.
You made it on the shirts.
I mean, we got the t-shirts. That's a cool thing. But so then we go play this other show at the pizza joint, and so for just perspective's sake, I'm like 6'3". With this band, I played a big like Gibson hollow body. The lead singer of this band was like a woman. She's like about a foot shorter than me. She plays like Fender Mustangs, like little solid body guitars. She breaks a string a couple songs in. And our backup guitars are in the van, which is like out of the pizzeria, around the corner, up into a parking garage. So she has to sing the song.
Yeah.
And she can't play the guitar parts. So thinking fast, I throw my hollow body Gibson at her. She throws it on real quick, which with my strap for my size, it's like down past her knees for her. I run out of the pizza joint, run around the corner, get her guitar out the van, run back in, make sure it's in tune as quickly as I can, throw it back to her, trade back to my guitar, and we finished the song. We got it all done within that song.
Jeez.
It was crazy. And it was, all we had to do to avoid that moment was just bring the other guitars in, and we just didn't do it because we were tired from playing 2 shows that day. But very embarrassing for a moment, but I was a little proud of myself afterwards, and it's just like that's that rock and roll stuff, you know what I mean? Got to make it happen somehow.
All came together nicely, no one threw a dildo at you.
I guess I really should have just said that I used to play in a Sex Pistols tribute band.
That's more embarrassing
That's
than
the
any
most
of that.
embarrassing
Jesus
thing.
Christ.
Jesus Christ, my bad. Yeah, I should have just said that and moved on.
So it was a bunch of American guys?
There was the singer was a British guy.
Okay, I was about to say that would be so fucking funny if it's just a bunch of American. Oh yeah, man! It's like
the singer for Pretty Vacant was actually a British guy who acted like Johnny Rotten. So
so just a real piece of shit, huh?
Yeah, but he was cool. He was fun.
Actually, one more embarrassing thing, and I just thought about this because of Guinness. We were actually this was back when Native Sons, and we were playing in front of our manager. Keep in mind, our manager is a dude who's pretty well known in the industry. And
so you're gonna say his name on the air?
No, because he. So, our drummer at the time, we were using my laptop live. He drank a little bit.
Okay.
And I remember that show being one of the most embarrassing because literally, soon as we go into the first song, my laptop, my MacBook Pro just flips on over. And like, this is in front of our management. Like, this is in front of our management and the people who are financing our record.
Yeah.
And we just sucked ass. We tried to make it up, but we just sucked ass. And I was just like, I looked over and I saw the MacBook Pro just
like as it was happening.
And I was just like, and you know, you can't be mad. You can be.
You can't react.
You can't react.
You're performing now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez, dude. So that's a rough one.
Yeah.
So here's a couple more to close out. What's the worst or funniest band name or song title you've ever heard?
Oh, God. Somebody stop me. I mean, Anal Cunt, obviously.
That was one of the names.
It's the worst fucking thing to ever. Well, his next project after Anal Cunt broke up was called Adolf Satan.
That makes me think of... do you remember the worst name that my old roommate had for one of her cats?
No. Oh,
Adolf Kittler.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Hi. Nice to meet you. This is Adolf Kittler.
Yeah, just like it's nothing. Like,
funny
just like,
joke,
I'm
dude.
sorry. What did you say? Yeah, no, they told me that once.
You could have not named him that.
They told me that once, and I said the same thing. I was like, you could have just not.
You can just call him any other thing.
You can call him anything.
You can go Groucho Marx.
He's a cat. He won't care.
Yeah.
Like, that should have just been a one-off bad joke.
Luigi, Mario, anybody with a mustache.
Yeah.
I actually can't think of anything. Maybe nothing comes to
You like
mind.
every band name ever.
I mean, I just can't think of a bad one. Oh, actually, I can, but that'll be a bad joke.
Do it.
Bad band name.
Yeah.
Oh,
Native Sons.
No,
Sorry.
I actually like that name. I don't know. You know what? Speaking on that circle, because I guess it's public knowledge. No, I actually love Native Sons. I thought that was a brilliant name, especially me being a fan of the book. But that's a whole different story.
Sure.
But Culture Cough, I was in that band.
Okay.
I just think that name was
I
bad.
thought you were going to say Slaves.
That's funny.
Slaves, Slaves and Culture Cough. Both of them are right up there for different reasons. I think those are the worst names.
I mean, probably one of the funniest to me, just because of the redundancy, is We Butter the Bread with Butter.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
I was thinking of that, and there's also a cover band some time ago called I Can't Believe It's Not We Butter the Bread with Butter.
That's fucking funny. I love that.
Because, like, I was on Twitter, and there's I don't know if you guys watch Succession, but, like, there's a scene, and, like, there's this whole event that's going on, and one of the sons like runs in the kitchen. He's like, "The butter's too cold. You can't spread it. The butter's too cold."
Right.
And then like he like slams the door, and then it just goes to one of their breakdowns.
Hey! The butter's too cold. The butter is too cold. The butter's all fucked. I am a laughing stock. Complacent. You're fired. You're all fired. Idiots.
And I was just like,
That's so awesome.
Actually, now that I think about it, the 90s were notorious for bad names. Korn, Limp Bizkit. Bush, yeah.
Those
You
are
know, 'cause they're
great
talking
names,
about
classic
pussy.
bands, unstoppable music.
No, I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, I think they're horrible names, and I'm pretty, like, even Incubus, I'm just like,
"Oh, yeah."
Incubus is a cute name. That's a demon that like eats your soul by fucking you. It's cool.
That's just exactly what their music does to you.
I had some friends who were in a hardcore band, and I can't remember what they used to be called, but they all decided that they should change their name to Bigot one day.
Oh no!
And this is like a Greek guy, a redhead, and a like short little. What is he? French or Italian?
I thought you were gonna say a black guy.
No, well they got a black bass player, and then they all got matching tattoos that said Bigot.
No.
And
fuck,
those kids all still have that tattoo right there. Just,
Jesus.
It's not a good look.
Get that covered
It's kind of
up,
like the dudes
guys.
who, like, I feel bad for, like, the guys who were, like, Proud Boys before it became what it is now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it started off kind of, like, questionable, but the dudes who just wanted, like, a dude's club.
Yeah, I just want to hang out and drink.
Yeah.
But
Alright.
the funniest one,
Oh,
the band
yeah.
ISIS.
Dude, I told you about my dog.
I love that band.
I love ISIS.
I told you about my dog, ISIS,
yeah,
right?
it's a beautiful name, and the fact that it just like
it got ruined.
Like 2003, 4, 5. I'm like, this band ISIS rules. Then it's like, oh yeah, I love ISIS. You love what, motherfucker?
Yeah. Also, to be fair, it's only in the U.S. Literally everywhere else in the world calls them ISIL, which I think we should just do because ISIS is a dope name.
Yeah, we're American.
Barry tried to make it happen and it just didn't stick, man. So you know,
it's because it was him.
You know, you did your best.
All right, so the last question, we'll end on this, is what are some other music-based YouTube channels that you guys enjoy or would like to recommend? Now that we've got clout at, these 10,000 followers.
I'm going to say, well, I'll let Tia go first.
I really like Adam Neely. Like, I like the more nerdier side of music. To be quite honest, I don't listen to a lot of like gear stuff. I listen to a lot more theory-oriented stuff. I mean, my playing doesn't reflect it because my knowledge is not where I want it to be.
Yeah, you're getting there.
But I'm working on it day at a time, step at a time. But yeah, I don't know. 12-tone. Alpha music. I really align with like his taste in music like a lot, like 90% of the time.
Of course, I'm going to, shout out our friends, Pedal Playhouse, Pusheen.
I was trying to go with ones that we don't already mention.
So basically, ones that, I'm actually a really big fan of ambient endeavors.
Cool.
One of the reasons why I love ambient music, and one of the things about me, and I feel like I feel like so many people are going to come for me now that makes YouTube videos, but I don't have the attention span to watch like 40-minute videos.
See, I've always told you that when we started doing this, I was like, I don't know shit about gear YouTube. I'm just making something I want to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So stop making 40-minute videos.
No, don't say
about one guitar.
No,
please.
But here's the flip side. But here's the
Ryan, stop it.
No. No, but on the flip side of that, like Mark Johnston, like he does those long form videos, and his is very fucking good. It's just like for me, I just don't have the attention span to sit through that in one sitting. As far as like a gear video goes, that's why I like ambient endeavors. And what's the other dudes?
They do make real. I remember you mentioned them in a video, and I started watching their stuff. It
was what's the other dude?
I like what they do.
I can't remember the other dude. I can't remember, but yeah, I would say ambient endeavors for me. I really do like them. Outside of our normal friends that we'd mentioned, but I would say I think that's one I haven't mentioned on the channel, so I'm gonna stick with that.
Xander, you got one?
I love YouTube and I love gear, and I don't watch YouTube videos about gear. It's really interesting.
Well, it doesn't even have to be like gear related. I mean, like, because my answer isn't like gear related.
Like, probably the most music related things that I watch on YouTube are actual bands playing music.
That's a lie. He only listens to old British men rapping.
Yeah,
that has been my
he
favorite
only
thing.
Listens to the Northern Boys.
For the last 9 months, it's been a lot of Northern Boys and Pete and Baz. But that's not everything I listen to. But I also want to shout out CS188. They do YouTube poops of music videos.
Do they? Oh, that sounds awesome.
Music is a joke that should be mocked, and they do a great job of it. Today I watched, just real quick while I was looking for another video, I watched their video where they remixed the did you ever play Lego Island on PC?
No.
Back in the day? It was popular with kids my age. There's a song, Piece by Piece, Brick by Brick.
No, never heard it.
Okay, well, he had remixed it to say,
Brick by brick, sock by dick, no matter how thin, no matter how thick.
And it's you just can't. That's just it's comedic genius,
So
and it goes on for like 5 minutes, and he keeps mixing it up.
Does he throw a fart in there every
No,
now
no
and
farts,
then?
just all comedy.
Be gold. If you throw a fart in there.
Actually, before I forget, because I thought it was just gear related, since everybody's
just any music related YouTube.
I'm gonna say we are post rock because that's how I discovered a lot of bands like Moving Mountains.
Doesn't
like,
Doom
Oh,
is good
if we're
for
going
that
that route.
Yeah, that's why I said any music related. It didn't have to be gear related.
Yeah.
But like,
Okay, then fuck it. Music related,
What's that
fucking a
bald
lot
guy?
of KEXP, NPR Tiny
Yeah.
Desk. Audio
yeah.
Tree Live, like just
Loathe
on
is on Audio Tree recently.
on repeat.
Yeah.
Like I love watching like those types of like stripped down live performances.
Yeah, well, for me, well, I want to mention, shout out one of my boys, my boy Devin. He's got a channel where he basically does, like, retrospectives of, like, certain songs. Like, basically goes through what went into them and, like, kind of explains what, the feelings that come out of, like, certain songs.
That's interesting.
And his channel is Dev is Alive, so go check him out. We've tried to, like, start a podcast together, like, 3 different times, but, like, our schedules are so all over the place. But another one, Trash Theory.
Dude, yeah.
Amazing. Their whole New British Canon series, I love it. Just a boring sounding British man talking about music history.
I've seen you watching those videos. They're cool.
They're so good,
Oh,
dude.
man, that's good stuff.
It's just, and this is how the damned became the damned. And then it's like,
and you mentioned the...
it's
Yep.
like,
Watched several of those episodes, like on Oasis and Foo Fighters. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, so Trash Theory is definitely up there.
Something to check out.
Yeah. So, is there anything you guys want to say before we close it out?
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thank you.
10,000? Holy shit.
Here's the 10,000 more.
I saw 10.1
Yeah, we're over 10,000.
So there's more
We're
than
at, like,
10,000
10,1.
people in this room with us. I'm so glad you're all here with us.
Yeah, all you duck-sized pusheens are all in the room with us.
All our little frogs.
Yeah. But yes, thank you so much. We'll do this again at 50K.
We can do it again at 25.
Yeah, maybe 25. When do we get a plaque? When's that?
I think 100.
100?
No, I think you can get one at 50. I've seen it. Well, I don't know how they've got this.
Could have been back in the day.
I want a fucking plaque. All
I
right.
want a
Same.
plaque.
Get
let's
us
go.
that plaque.
We want a
We'll
plaque.
put it right over there.
We want it. We
right
want
up
it so
there.
bad. We want
Yeah.
to be
We'll
here
make
for
the
you.
plaque into a guitar
We
pedal.
want this to be our
that
full-time
would be
job.
so sick.
Nah,
Just
y'all
saying.
make y'all. Don't keep in mind. That's an accomplishment.
Well, no, we only get one for
Yeah.
the channel. We don't,
Yeah.
we don't get
No, you
individual.
can get multiple.
Well, we have to buy them?
I don't know. I know you can get multiple.
Okay, well, either way,
We'll
I'm
cross that
making-
bridge when we
Yeah,
get there.
recommend us to your friends so we can cross that bridge
Yeah.
and all argue about it later.
Let's go.
But in the meantime, we've been Working Class Music on the Working Class Podcast. We've got Patreon, we've got merch, we're on Instagram, TikTok, the Facebook. I sound like fucking count the count.
Do a little
But-
twittering every now and then.
Yeah, we do a little twittering every now and then. You'll catch me posting previews to our videos at like 3 a.m. when I finish them. You can follow all of us on our various social medias that are on the screen. Oh, the screen's gonna be covered in shit right now, of, like all this stuff. But yeah, we also have an affiliate link with Sweetwater, so go pick up some stuff. Anyway, this has been the Working Class Podcast for Xander and Jason and Tia. I'm Nelson, and that's the end of that. So, we'll see you later. Get out of here.
Thanks, y'all. Love y'all.
Adios.